Hi guys, so I just came straight out of the cinema. I just went there with my girlfriend and watched Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. And I just wanted to give you a quick little review and tell you my thoughts about the movie. So, this is probably one of the funniest movies that I watched in a while. And it's a bit strange because I'm in a place right now where I don't watch a lot of comedies because I think most of the comedies that I watch are so old that the humor just seems outdated to me. And a lot of comedy these days is about breaking the fourth wall or about making references to popular culture. And I honestly don't think that this movie fell into either of those groups. One thing that I really liked about the humor in Kingsman 2 was that at several times I found myself laughing at stuff that not a lot of other people in the cinema was laughing about, including my girlfriend. And at other points in time, I saw other people, including my girlfriend, laughing at things that I didn't find particularly funny. Not that, and it didn't feel like, oh, there was a joke that was bad. It's just that some things are funny to some people and other things are funny to other people, and somehow they make that work in this script, and that is a feat that I have not seen in a very long time. I can't honestly think of any other movies that does that like this. That's really incredible. That's really something to say there. Also, the action sequences are so incredible in this movie because you can see that all the special effects they really work, but they also have so much fun with them. I mean, there's this explosion of a candy stand at one point where you just see like cotton candy flying around everywhere, and I completely no. This is what you expect from a Kingsman movie after watching the first one, but boy, does it deliver on that premise. And along with all of this humor, there's so much heart in this movie. It's so deep felt, and it's so you mean it's really heart cringing, and that is also something you don't really expect from, because let's be fair, it's a parody movie. It's a James Bond parody, but oh man, I'm not even really a James Bond fan. I just really like Kingsman. It's just such a great premise. And one more thing that I really liked about Kingsman is in the first Kingsman movie, they have this sort of a strange villain, Samuel L. Jackson, who's all fucking funny, and that's great because the idea that he has that he wants to solve the problem of overpopulation by just killing a bunch of people. I do not agree with it by any means, but it makes sense that the villain believes in it. And the villain in this movie is also believable, and it takes up another major issue. It's not just like, when you go to watch Iron Man, oh, the villain is jealous of Iron Man for being so smart and he wants to take over the company and make a lot of money. No, the bad guys in these, they really have ambition, and they want to do something that you can actually question as a person, something you can have a conversation about afterwards. Well, okay, this problem actually does exist. This is obviously not the solution, but then what is the solution? Is there actually any? So that part too, I really enjoyed about these movies. Anyway, I just want to give you a couple of quick thoughts on the movie because it's not been out very long, so I figured a lot of people hasn't had a chance to see it yet. And if you're wondering whether or not you should go see it, do yourself a favor and go see it. It definitely lives up to the first one. I saw the first one last night, just to be up to speed and make sure I got all the references. And actually, I wanted to mention that in the first movie, at one point, Samuel L. Jackson he mentions all of the agencies around the world, all of the ones he knows about, because he cannot figure out what agency it is that's coming after him. It's obviously the Kingsman, but when he mentions them, he stops after mentioning Shanghai, and he says something along the lines of, "Yeah, what about Shanghai? They don't even have a fancy name for their agency. They don't have a name. Now that is a secret. That's a well guarded and well kept secret." So he stops with that and he talks a bit about it. And then in this new movie, there's a couple of, I mean, this is not a spoiler by any means, but there's a couple of references to Shanghai. So I kind of have a feeling that we're gonna get a third Kingsman movie, and it's gonna take place in Shanghai, and we're gonna get some ninjas and stuff, which would make a lot of sense in this franchise because, hey, we went from Britain, then we went to America. I guess the next step a spy movie parody would be a place with ninjas. So I think we're gonna get a Kingsman 3 set in Shanghai, just based on the references in the first two movies. What else? Do we need to give this a grade? I would say as a comedy, this is really a 9 out of 10. It really is. I cannot think of anything that would have made it funnier, but it just had too much heart to only be a comedy. Does that qualify it as a worst comedy? It's just not a pure comedy. It's a really great action movie and it's a really great drama, really. So a final grade on all that, I would say 8.5 out of 10. I just quickly looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score. It's only at 50% right now, and that doesn't make any sense. This movie is amazing. You need to watch it. You watching this video. Yeah, I know there's only one of you. You need to watch Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. That's all I had to say. Bye bye.